Now start.
Hello, everyone. Come back to this edition again. This is Team Zenith, and we are here to do a presentation on Amsterdam and analyze their startup companies and give our opinion on their internal, their SWOT analysis, their industry analysis, and their national analysis, the PESTEL, and give also analyze the external environment and competitors and analyze whether they are successful or not. With me here, my name is Kweku as the team lead, Rakesh as our IT lead. We have Tejas, who is our research lead, Abhijit, our secretary, and Sunke Krishna as our organizer. So from here, we move to our table of content. So with the table of content today, we're taking you through introduction, 5 market forces, SWOT analysis, PESTEL, conclusion of the PESTEL analysis, review analysis, recommendations, definition of startups, characteristics of startups, analysis of competitor strategy, recommendation, and we have references. Abhijit will take it from here.
It's me, Abhijit, and now I'm going to start the introduction of how to start up any other companies. We are going to start up for the Amsterdam, and Startup Amsterdam was introduced as a public program which was co-launched and supported over 40 initiative projects, events, campaigns, and since inspection of 2015. Coming to the next point, Startup Amsterdam facilitates emphasize sustainability and encourage an innovative and diverse ecosystem. Then it also promotes and accelerate opportunities for everyone, status, startup scales, talent, corporates, investors, mentors, and other cities. Moving to the next slide, we have 5 market analysis startup, how that they are going to be sustainable in the market, and they have 5 portals and which is related to a competitive rivalry. And in their points we have threats of entry, buyer power, supply power, and threats of substitution. Now moving to threats of entry, like we have high level of startup entry and low cost advantage. If we move to supply power, there is like a strong governmental support and the unique of service. And we are we're moving to threats of substitution. There are some of the points for the startup: high high substitute performance depending on the service available by competitors, and the cost range is very high. And moving to the buyer power, and there is a high level of tourists, especially during the certain season. And the next point is control of price due to their location, low cost changes, etc. And now moving to the next slides, our Rakesh is going to lead this.
Yeah, thank you, Abhijit. So now I'm going to explain a SWOT analysis of Amsterdam. So basically, as we know that that is most important of any startup. So step by step, now I'm going to explain you. The first one is strength. So in the Amsterdam, the main strength is quality and diversity of the HEI sector. Now, share of higher employed in the labor population, innovative cluster. So that is the most important. Our any startup in Amsterdam. So the main important thing is innovations and innovatives. So the physical and digital infrastructure, that is also the main strength of the Amsterdam. International reputation of the city of Amsterdam. Now the next one is weakness. So as we know that the also weakness of every startup. So here now I'm going to explain you the weakness of Amsterdam. Share of R&D investment by firms in the region. So the lots of investment is must be required. Incoming of R&D, research and development investment by the foreign firms. Disjoint natures of the innovation systems and venture capitals. Now, what are the opportunities? So, sense of urgency for innovation and national, regional, political circles. Changes in the world economy, that is also a good opportunity. And nowadays, in our society also encourage some universities, colleges also encourage the students for the develop new startup. Changing demands patterns like aging and sustainability. The most important factor is our any startup, and I Amsterdam startup is also the main sustainability of any product. Now, the next one is threats. Patriotism in the world economy, economic effect of the crisis of investment, governmental complexity, and blockage in the regional housing market and mobility. The next, please. Now I hand over to Tejas Vyas.
Yeah, so here I'm going to explain the pest analysis, and due to the time restrictions, I'm going to take only one point, only one basic main points from each section. So if we are going to a political section, so it is a World Bank report on governance. The country was ranked in the 98 percentile on the voice and accountability parameter, and in the 94.3 percentile on government effectiveness. If we move on a economic section, the finance minister of Netherlands has said that the country is on its way to economic recovery, but public finance continue to remain in a fragile position. If we see the social aspect, the Netherlands has an extensive system of social support through insurance and government assistance. The government makes it mandatory to have equal pay for equal work and prohibits discrimination on grounds of marriage, pregnancy, or motherhood. If we move on a technological side, the Netherlands is well known in engineering innovations with high level of expertise in water engineering, including water management and dredging and environmental technology. Very high level of automation in food processing achieved through innovations in agriculture technology. Similarly, in the technological aspect, the Dutch information and communication technology like ICT sector is characterized by helpful government policies and fierce competition, and the country has attained a highly modern telecommunication network. If we move on an environmental side, the high level of industrialization in the Netherlands has resulted in pollution of the rivers with heavy metals and other industrial waste. If we move on the legal side, the judiciary system in the Netherlands has many in-depth procedures at every level of the courts, which are accessible and flexible to citizens. The Dutch government has adopted uh, the Dutch government has adopted the new European procedures for debt collection, in which the Dutch citizens who has a claim against a citizen from another EU member country can appeal to the court of the other country to issue a European order to payment by using a standard form. Next, please. So the conclusion of the Peston analysis, so opportunity and threats are excellent infrastructure, high export volumes, and EU membership. Brexit is both an opportunity and a threat depending on how government and companies react. And the third one, the active growth of the tourism industry, that is opportunity, and the negative consequences of climate change, that is our threat. Now this part will be covered by Kwaku.
Thank you very much, Tejas. So, competencies of Amsterdam, and we look at how valuable, rare, immutability, and organized, or how the organization take advantage of these initiatives or competencies and its impact on competitive advantage. So we begin by value generating innovation. Under this resource, they have IT labs, civic sensor lab, they have art labs that they are doing very well there. And in this aspect, it's valuable because they provide opportunities for people, funding for students, loans, and also they seek of ethics, which is very good, and arts, which centers in the art lab, it centers on culture, which is valuable to people, and it is a very rare. Not many other competitors are doing that, and it is a bit companies also taking advantage of this. Due to that, they are also having a competitive advantage with that. Under diversity on a deeper level, they look at how they can, the tech lab, they can also help people like females, and in that it is valuable, it is a bit rare, and yes, what they are doing there can be imitable, so we said it is no. And organizational level, they are active under tech talent supply to meet demand. It is valuable, it's rare, imitability, yes. And under organization, no, we realize that they have not fully taken or exploited this particular resource. So we say it's unexploited competitive advantage. Network connection, we could see that it's valuable because they are providing a platform, a community for all startups. So it is valuable for them. It is rare, and also in terms of imitabilities, yes, and the company is also taking advantage of it. So we said it's sustained competitive advantage, designed innovative districts, give them all of them, and it's also a sustained competitive advantage. Move to the next slide. Next slide, please. So, under recommendations for the various analysis, we say that increase in the number of international accelerators and incubators. We said we need to increase the number of rapidly growing mid and later stage international startups to decide to use Amsterdam as a hub for European growth and establish European headquarters there. We also say that we have to improve position of Amsterdam startup within international investment to Amsterdam to encourage that financial institutions and to support startup scale-ups. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Kwaku. So now I'm going to explain a startup.
Next slide.
So basically, we know that
next slide, please.
Startup. Basically, we know that a startup is a venture that is initiated by its founder around an idea or a problem with potential for significant business opportunities and the impact. So the startup, the actual development starts even before that with a search of an idea or a meaningful problem worth saving, and building a committed founding team aligned with the shared vision, so to make the vision into the reality. So this is the main concept of the startup. So the startups are young companies founded to develop a unique product or service, bring it to the market, and then makes it irresistible and irreplaceable for the customer. This article which I got from this citations like Baldrige 2022. Next, please. So here, these are the characteristics of startups. So total 6 characteristics of startups. Now I'm going to explain you in this slide. So the first one is strong local economy. So as we know that the startup have strengthened local economics by encouraging many people to establish their own business. That is the main objective of this strong local economy. Startups that significantly affect the economy are considered to be the transformational. So the next one is low labor intensity. In this one, the high wage jobs are common for these areas. So this is the lower labor intensity. Now the third one is access to talent. In this one, basically, so we have the options to got some ideas, got some sources, use some sources like universities and research centers are also available as a source to attract and recruit the talent. Source of funding, access to venture capitals, angel investor, government sponsorship, business incubators, and also bank loan is also available for the uh, uh, to develop a new startup and scale up. Relevant workforce. So the most important, sufficient number of specialized to fill the positions. That means if any startup, so uh, they have man work also. So we can use like that. Average firm size, economic build and medium size of enterprise flourish with the competition. So the next, please. Yeah, now I hand over to Mr. Vansi Krishna.
Hi, here I am going to explain about analysis of competitive strategy. Then we have the three companies like Hangdong Startup and RP Startup and Adobe. Here I am going to explain first the strategy. Hangdong Strategy has a coordinating with its non-government organizations like research centers and government institutes. And they have in ITs and tech, finance and legal and security. And coming to the startup, they're mobilizing the capitals of other startups and activity for improving the skills and talents, building the strong communication to the start, supportive entrepreneurs. And coming to endowing startups is movementing of the citizens and making the tourism more stable and connecting the talenting and integrating the newcomers, involving designing the professional. They are coming to the competitive advantages. The firstly, they have the Anglo startups are the strong in cyber security and the stability for the all artificial intelligence and the blockchain. Coming to the artist strategies, the strong in sustainable energy and medtech and food tech and life sciences and the deep tech. Coming to Endowin startups, the strong in the deep tech and hardware and additive manufacturing and ethic and need to gain presence in the global market ecosystem. They how they are now last one is how they startable in your strategy and why. And here the health strategy has a unique marketing strategy to survive. There is a long way to go to gain relevance in the political and environmental and social impact. Coming to the entry strategy, the company have the wide specifications in the deep tech in the deep and the endowment strategies hunk market share and capitalizing in the equality market and the ability to attract the fundings across the Europe. The next slide, please. Here I am going to explain about recommendations. By increasing the engagement with community and stakeholders and the social community practice need to connect the business owner peoples and business and meaningful to their relations. Advanced technology information that supports the technical communication and innovation to the startups in the Amsterdam and need to outfit with the cutting edge technology into the global market. And the Dutch government is establishing a framework for the purchasing their goods and services to the ready to market for them in Dutch country. And here next and here we go with some references and thank you.